That's really good too. Hold on a second, let me fix the situation.
St. Augustine said, "The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page." Don't get me wrong, I love Atlanta, but the world is a mighty big place.
Hello, veggie enthusiasts. Today has been quite a day. So I am in Istanbul, which is a place that I've always wanted to go, but the price has just always been a little bit too high, or I was working or studying or whatever. It just never seemed quite right. Well, I found just a little pocket of time, like right now, when the flight was cheap. The hotels might be cheap all the time, but I think I found a really good deal on a hotel. And I'm graduating. I'm graduating with my doctorate, not this Saturday, but the Saturday after that. So I feel like I deserve to give myself something that I've always wanted. So here I am. I'm in Istanbul. And I almost didn't get here because the flight from Atlanta, it got delayed, and then I wasn't going to make my connecting flight, so Delta put me on Air France instead, and I finally got here, but I was still later than I had planned to be here, and I was trying to get to one of the Whirling Dervish shows, which started at, you had to be there at 6:30, it started at 7, and I did not land until like 5:15. And when I tried to go through customs, the customs people were holding me up because they said I didn't look like my picture. My picture is almost 10 years old, wasn't vegan then, and I look a little different, but I don't think I look different enough to deny me entrance into Turkey. But anyway, the guy kept passing my picture because like each officer has a separate cubicle, and different people go to different cubicles depending on where you're sent, and he kept sending my stuff down the line, cubicle to cubicle, like getting second, third, fourth, fifth opinions, trying to make sure that I was me. So that took a lot of time, and at that point I really didn't think I was going to make it. I hopped on the underground slash tram metro system that they have here. I usually use that to get to my hotel, but where I had planned to check in, just didn't have time to do that quite yet. So went directly to the Whirling Dervish show. Had a little bit of time finding it, but eventually I got there. It's kind of like tucked around a corner. But anyway, I got there and got there just barely on time. Very much enjoyed the show. I was disappointed they wouldn't allow us to take any pictures or camera footage inside, but it's truly a religious ceremony. It's not a show. It's called a show, but it's not a show. It's not for entertainment purposes. But the people who are doing the whirling are Sufis, and Sufism is a sect of Islam. They believe things a little bit different from mainstream Islam. They believe that, one, everything's about love. They believe not necessarily that you have to worship in a mosque, because they were having a worship ceremony and it did not take place in a mosque. And they also believe that through whirling, like consistent whirling, you can attain a oneness with God, kind of like an enlightenment, if you will. So it was an interesting show. The guy next to me fell asleep. I guess you have to be into it historically to really, yeah, I can see how somebody would fall asleep on it if you didn't know the background of what was going on. So after that, I found my way to my hotel. I went down some dodgy streets. I'm staying in the Fatih neighborhood, which is not exactly in the tourist area. It's Americans, I would say the majority of them might find the neighborhood to be a little bit dodgy, but I'm fine as long as nobody bothers me and I'm able to do what I need to do. I don't have any problem with really any area, and I don't have any problems with this area. My hotel is beautiful. Once you get inside, anyway, the outside is not great, but once you get inside, it's very, very nice. I have a double bed and my own private bathroom, and a balcony view of what I'm calling the French Quarter of Istanbul, because when you go down there, there are shops, restaurants, everything you could want just tucked right down there. And I, after checking in, went to get some food because I was starving. I planned to get food on Delta. So Delta knew what I wanted as far as food, but Air France, I didn't have time to get a special meal with them, so I just went pretty much without food except for little snacks. So I checked Happy Cow, and Happy Cow listed a place called Damascus, which is not far away from here, just in that little Istanbul French Quarter area. So I went over there, and the food there was very good. I had a falafel sandwich, or falafel wrap, or whatever you would like to call it. Absolutely delicious. And the service was great, and I would go there again. The prices were on point. It was all of, for my water and falafel wrap, it was all of 7 lira, which is less than $3, so happy about that. And then on my way back to the hotel, I stumbled across a dessert place. Now the desserts that they have here are pretty cool. They have a lot of baklava. Baklava is not vegan unless you get it from a vegan restaurant. It usually has some type of dairy product in it. But they also have Turkish Delight, and as I understand it, Turkish Delight is vegan. Now I have been obsessed with Turkish Delight since I was a child and read The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. Do you remember that? How the witch kind of gets Edmund with the Turkish Delight? I've always wanted to try it ever since reading that book. I've also have an affinity for going into closets, trying to see if I can go straight through the closet. But anyway, I've always wanted to try it, and here it is. I've got 2 kinds here. This one is red with nuts on it, and this one is white, and it's very soft, softer than the other one. So I'm gonna give this a try on camera. Here we go. I'm a little scared because I'm worried it's not gonna live up to my expectations from my childhood, but we're trying anyway. This is so good. Oh my god, this is so good. It's sweet and it's really hitting the spot. Okay, let's try the white one. That's really good too. Hold on a second, let me fix this situation. Okay, both of those were absolutely excellent. I'm so glad that I tried it. I'm so glad I finally got a chance to have some Turkish Delight. So it's been a long day and I'm about to call it an evening. I'm going to leave you guys because you remember my trip to Egypt and I lost my grandmother's ring. We still don't know what happened to it. There are theories, but we still don't know. But my mother, who is perhaps the kindest, most gracious person in the world, gave me another ring, this one, that my grandmother had given my mother when she was in high school. And my mother didn't really like it that much, so it's been sitting in a drawer for 50 years. And when she showed it to me, I thought it was the most beautiful ring in the world, just like the other one. It's not about the ring itself, it's about what it represents for me. And now I wear it all the time. In the shower, when I'm cooking, when I'm sleeping, it just doesn't matter. I get some people might think that was crazy, but I was the kind of person who, when I wasn't wearing it all the time, I would wake up in the middle of the night and make sure it was where I left it, or if I took it off before I got in the shower, I would peek around the shower curtain just to make sure that it was still there. So with it on my finger all the time, I always know where it is, and I always have that connection to my grandmother and my mother. So from here on in, I'm going to sign off my trip vlogs by saying there's still one ring to rule them all, and as long as I have it, no matter what else happened today, it was still a good day. So I will see you guys soon. Take care. Love y'all.
Don't forget to leave your comments below. If you enjoyed this video, then give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to stalk me on Instagram at ATLVegOut.